Good evening, everyone. Today in this video we will fight against the Atmos character of our world around us. And this time I would like to discuss with you two great works. Great works about war, about strategy, about management, about ruling, about dealing with people, and. Despite the fact these works were written by military commanders and they are dealing with the work of the military commander, so leading the soldiers to fight and how to win the battles and win the war and so on and so on. They are useful as one can think if one has broadened horizons. These advices which can be found in such works are useful also in management for group leaders, research group leaders, managers in companies, and in short, all people who are dealing with other people in their works and they need to guide them, they need to organize their work, they have to distribute the task, distribute the duties, and execute the work that is or is to be done by these people who are under their command, let's say. It doesn't apply only to military situation. And these two books are the books written by two military commanders. First of them is famous Chinese general from the second half of the 6th century BC, Mr. Sun Tzu, and his work Art of War, translated in English as Art of War, is quite well known. And I like it very much because it's a collection of short advices and descriptions of some situations and the instructions how to deal with them, how good leader should behave, and how to. This is the main principle of Chinese strategy. The best win without fighting. So just the eliminate the will of fighting among your enemies, and this is the supreme victory. But okay, everyone who read Art of War by Sun Tzu knows what I'm talking about, and everyone who is interested in history, in the art of leadership, in commanding people, and it's not only for military commanders, should read this work. And the second, I would say, equivalent of the work of Mr. Sun Tzu came a little bit later because it came in the second half of the 19th century, written by German, actually Prussian, General Karl von Clausewitz, who died in 1831 in his bed on cholera, not on the battlefield. Actually, as a military commander, he was not the luckiest one. He was always choosing the side that was the one to be defeated, and he was never making good political choices when war was going on. After Napoleonic Wars, because he was fighting in Napoleonic Wars, he had a nice warm position in the Prussian military administration in modern day in the city that is called currently Wrocław, my hometown. Those days it was a city inhabited in majority by German-speaking people, and he was having a good administrative position there in the Prussian army, and he was using his time among many different things for writing his opus magnum, the work of his life, which has title, the English translation, On War. And most likely this book contains many wise advices and many wise analyses, but there is a huge problem with this. It's horribly written. The style of this book is awful. Maybe one of the reasons of this fact is that Mr. Clausewitz didn't finish writing of this book because he died a little bit prematurely at the age of 51 because of cholera. Or maybe this is the case when a writer has a lot to say, wants to share his experience and thoughts with the potential readers, but he is definitely not very much talented, and in my opinion this is the case. Some investigators, scholars who were investigating the circumstances in which the main work of von Clausewitz entitled On War was created, claim that before he died, he had a plan to, as he wrote, increase the depth of his work. Maybe he had such plan. But I don't think, even if he had done it, I don't think that it would have helped much to his work, because his writing style is awful. And the funny thing is that in the introduction of his work, he claimed, the Mr. von Clausewitz, Karl von Clausewitz, that he would do everything to avoid bubble while writing his work. Maybe he did what he could, but it didn't work well. And despite the fact his work is for sure a good one, because I was really trying to go through it, and I will try in the future. Maybe I will make it one day, maybe, but it's horribly written. That's because of this fact. I recommend you more the work of his Chinese counterpart Sun Tzu, because it's shorter, but not only because of this, and because it's readable. Just because. And but one who really wants to know more about leadership, not only if you are military commander, should read, in my opinion, two works I mentioned. But trust me, for Mr. von Clausewitz, you really need to have a lot of patience and force to go through, because of its horrible style. All the best, have a nice evening, and take care. Bye.